else we still have to do, other than tires, obviously. It's this little neutral light that doesn't go, well, it does go off. So, let me show you what's happening. So, we're in neutral right now, right? And then I push in the clutch and put her in gear. She should be, she's in gear. She should not. I'm doing that. I'm holding in the clutch. So, right now, watch the light. I let it out to about an inch and it goes off. Pull in the clutch, it says I'm in neutral. Well, that is wrong. That should not be doing that. We're not in neutral, we're in first gear. So, I will show you, I think, I looked at the wiring diagram and I think I have figured out what might be the problem. It's not hindering anything except the light comes on. And that should not be happening. I'm never putting it in neutral. So basically, oh, pretty cool. I'm actually moving forward just by letting the clutch out, no gas. So yeah, that's the problem right now. When I pull in the clutch, it says I'm in neutral. So I believe it's an electrical issue. So I traced the wires back from the clutch and on the wiring diagram. And as I said, I think I figured out the issue. Put her back in neutral. So yeah, now we're in neutral. And I'll put the kickstand down, side stand lights on, and everything is working except for that issue. So let's turn her off. By the way, she sounds amazing, and we're going to check tire pressures just to see if they're holding. Like I said, there's tubes in here, even though the tires are crap. And they're old. I think I checked the date code. It was like 2003, 2005. So they're like 20 years old. So we should change them because you shouldn't be riding on old tires. I'll tell you that. So anyway, started doing research and yeah, let's go get that. All right, so here we have the wiring diagram for after 93 Honda Shadow 600. Yeah, it's windy. So, if you've ever looked at a wiring diagram and studied them, I stare at them for hours. I like to take the circuit that I'm working with and remove it from here so it's not as confusing because you have to follow each little line and see where it's going. So, what I did was came down here on a piece of scrap nail and broke it out. So, what I had to do, so what happens on a motorcycle is to start the bike, you need to complete a circuit. Safety features. Sometimes they have you pull the clutch switch in, so that would complete the circuit. The other thing is it can't be in gear, so you have your neutral switch completing the circuit. So, what I did was took out basically the starting circuit and wrote down the components I need. So your side stand switch, that's another thing. If the side stand is down, then you're allowed to start the bike. But it won't let you do it if the bike's in gear. So it has to be in neutral. So anyway, it can get complicated. And I'm not the electrical guy. But once I figure something out, I can understand it. So I pulled out the clutch switch because that's what is activating the neutral light. So I followed that. Obviously, here's our battery and our starter and the main fuse, and then the starting circuit comes through here. So you have to complete, you have to pull in the clutch if it's in gear to start it. Okay, I'm making it more difficult again. Okay, so you have your ignition control module down here, side stand switch. That's not really part of this matter in this point, but that all goes around and comes around. But when I pull on my clutch switch, it goes directly to a diode, which if you don't know what a diode is, that's an electrical component that allows electricity to flow one way and not back the other way. So it's not completing a full circuit, it's only coming in if this thing's triggered. So your power comes in here, and then also coming into the diode, which can complete the circuit, is the neutral indicator light and the neutral switch. So what is happening is you can get this to complete the circuit, and the neutral indicator light is over here. So the neutral switch can complete the circuit, or the clutch switch can complete the circuit, but they're linked at the diode. So what I believe is happening is the neutral indicator light is getting fed somehow from the clutch switch, which should not be allowed to occur. So my diode must be burned out. So long story short, I think the diode is the problem. So I looked it up. It's like a $30 part. And after doing some research, I realized it uses the same part that I have sitting in the scrapyard. So Honda Magna, the 90s Honda Magnas, use this same system, and I have the same diode. So we're gonna steal one off of a parts bike, and hopefully that one's working. But first you have to find it. So anyway, I think what's happening is the clutch switch is just bleeding into the neutral indicator light, which really isn't a big deal, but it's a pain. You never know when you're actually in neutral until you test the bike. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking is happening. And if that confused you, maybe we can go into more detail on that in another video. But I looked at the diagram of the bike and some online research and realized that the diode should be under this side cover, which you pop out at the bottom and then you slide downward. I'm glad this thing's not broken because it would just fall off. And then I think the diode is like taped up down here in the wiring harness. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go see if I can steal. I know what the diode looks like. Let's go back here, and I already uncovered this Parts Bike Magna to see if we can find the diode. Luckily, this bike's already torn apart, so it's not hard to find the wiring harness, which I can completely take off. But this right here, this guy right here, I just found it on the bike. It was taped with electrical tape, which I think is what they do from factory to keep this guy on. And then it just pulls out of this connector. So now we know what we're looking for on the shadow. And this is exactly what we're looking for. I'm sure this is factory. It's not marked much at all. I don't see any markings on it at all. But it has 3 prongs, and you can test these for continuity too. So if this doesn't work when we put it on the new bike, on the Honda Shadow, we'll know this one's burnt out too. But I've never had this issue on a bike before, so I doubt they often burn out. But it's just a diode in there that can burn out over time. For some reason, the Shadow did. So we're gonna go, I'm gonna start digging at this Shadow because I found out where it should be. And now that I know what this looks like and where it was on that bike, I think it's gonna be pretty easy to dig it out here. I think, I wanna clean that up. It's a little sticky from the tape. I think it's right up under here. You gotta pull down your wiring harness. Here, I'm gonna do this off camera because I had it out the other day and I think, it's just wedged up in there so I could put the side cover back on because I wanted to test the bike. I think we got it right here. There it is. I think it's taped up under here. So we're gonna take this all off and see if that's it and pop it out. Well, had a little bit of whitish tape, and then there it is, revealed. There is our little diode, and that pulls right out, and it doesn't look burnt, but it's what's inside that counts on these guys. So yeah, it's the same exact little part. So let's pop this one in. That's all you gotta do. And then of course we're gonna have to tape it up because that's the only thing holding it in. It'd be great if this diode works, because that's all we have to do then. And then we fixed a problem that I had no idea how to do. Here we go. Now for the true test. Neutral, she's running. Let's put the kickstand up so we don't shut off the bike. Pull in the clutch, shift into first, and here, moment of truth. It goes off. That's all it was, guys. Just a little diode. You could probably get it for 30 bucks. And problem that really wasn't a problem, just an annoyance, is solved. That's amazing. Well, I'm glad we did the research. I'm glad we fixed it that easily, and we had the part on the property. I was gonna go ahead and order one. I thought, hold on, I gotta do some research and figure this out. So, there you go. It might be shared between a bunch of other models. At least I know it's shared between the Magna and the Shadow, and like 200 other models. So, thanks for coming along. That's all we really need to do today. And this bike's awesome. So, I will see you in the next one. This bike's pretty much ready to go. I need to have it looked at, gone over, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. But she sounds amazing, she looks amazing, and I'll put that side cover. I'll tape this back up with electrical tape, and I'll put the side cover back on, and she'll be buttoned up and ready to go. New clean chain, looped up. Happy bike. I will see you guys on the next one. I don't do tire changes, so I can't show you that. If it ends up being that, I'll let you know we put them on. So, happy riding, get out and ride. I'll see you in the next one. Here's some bonus footage. I finally figured out and noticed how to get this cover off here, because I wanted to see where this oil leak was coming from. But this is a metal cover, metal chrome cover. Looks really good from the top. And it shows you that you have 1, neutral, 2, 3, and 4. So down here on the bottom, goes in right there, is a 5mm hex screw or bolt. And then up top, there's just a grommet there where this guy, let's see, are we on the top? This guy slides in, and then there's a pin that you pull out that is right here. I never saw that before. I could never get this thing off. Took the bolt out, couldn't figure out why. So there's that, and then it slides over that knob to keep that in right there. And then that guy pops in right there. So anyway, got this off. See, my chain is nice and clean. The front sprocket looks decent. And there's a ton of grease and grime in here. All this was coming off of there. And yeah, it's all collected down there. So it's probably fling from the chain. And whatever they were using was a heavy duty whatever on the chain. So anyway, I got in here and I see that there's my oil leak. And it looks like it's only coming from the gasket here around the stator cover, which we don't really need to worry about. Maybe I'll see if that's tight. But yeah, it looks like that's where the oil leak is. It's not gonna be a big deal. Just make sure I watch it, make sure the oil level stays good. It's not a fast leak, but it's enough. So yeah, got in there on the side. That's where it fits in, right there, right below here. But I noticed it while I was putting this back together and realized we can go ahead and get this off and do an inspection. So, looks nice. And I'll see you guys later.